What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode of the Fantasy Football Show. I'm your host, Colin Ellis. I'm joined by the boys, Bruce, Samson, and Boyer. Samson got the Colt 45 sign in the back, looking fly as hell. Brandon is there in the background. We're here for this fantastic Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas and thanks.
Ackerman.
Merry Christmas and a thanks.
And Happy New Year's to all.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if there was anything after that. Thanks.
No.
I think that was just Thanksgiving. So yeah, we're gonna have a fantastic show for you all. We're gonna have a quick question to start us off, some news and notes, recap our starts of the week, recap our game picks, our buy sell, and our matchups in our own leagues. It's gonna be a fantastic one. So let's just do that quick question right off the bat. All right, you boys ready for this one?
Yeah.
The question is, who has the most fantasy points from purely rushing? And can you name 4 in the top 8?
From purely rushing.
Just rushing.
No receiving.
No receiving.
Go
Only
that
rushing
question
yards.
Yes, I definitely can.
Who are the top 8 in fantasy points from just rushing?
Okay,
Hey,
one
number
is
one.
going to be Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nick
Mhm.
Chubb's going to be on there. Dalvin's going to be on there. Ronald Jones is going to be on there.
Nope.
Really?
No Rojo.
Josh Jacobs.
Jamesy boy on there?
Josh Jacobs
James-
is 4.
James Conner.
Robinson's
Or not
on
James Conner. James Robinson. Sorry.
James Robinson's on there. So 1 through 5, you guys have got. It's Derrick
Hey, how
Henry.
about Nick Chubb?
Yeah,
That's
we
what I
already
said.
that.
Oh, okay.
Derrick Henry at 1, 258. Dalvin Cook, 2, 238. Nick Chubb, 3, 153. And he's missed, 6 games this year?
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, 151. James Robinson, 149. Who are the last 3?
Last 3.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor.
Nope, no JT.
Is that clear up in there? He's gone for a while, but
No, he missed like 6.
Who was
7.
before J.D. McKissick? Antonio Gibson?
Nope.
I don't know.
This one's kind of tough.
Okay, I want to say Alvin, but I don't think so.
No Alvin.
yeah.
Okay. I got to look at names. Oh, Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is 6, 145. You want me to give you
Not
guys the last
quite.
2?
No. I got this. It's gonna be
This is a tough one.
hold on.
Who get-
Gallman.
No Goldman.
Please,
Oh, Mike Davis.
Nope.
please
That's a
don't say
Good guess.
Kenyon.
Kenyon Drake, 7. Who's the last one? This one you're not gonna get. You are not gonna get this last one.
Cam
Uh-huh.
Akers.
No,
Lamar.
not Lamar. You're in the right area.
Josh Allen.
Nope.
Russell Wilson.
Marcus Mariota.
No.
He had a. I thought. Okay, we're not talking about this week. Okay. For some reason, like this week, he had a
No.
hell of a rushing yard.
He's talking about the season.
You
Yeah.
guys are
On
guessing
back
all
right
of the running quarterbacks, but not like the number 1 this year.
Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler.
Oh,
Number 8.
yeah.
140.
2 of them on one team.
Yeah. That's insane.
And then, dude, Nick Chubbs is insane. Missing
Nick
6
Chubb.
games. And he's got Kareem Hunt.
It's pretty sick. But those top 2, Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook, with 238 plus, and the next one's 153. That's nasty. I thought that was a pretty good
Goodness.
question when I saw that.
That's insane.
Yeah. So yeah, Kyler being on there in the top 8. That's
Oh, I
nuts.
think my turtle's dead.
Prayers up, Boyer's turtle.
Yeah,
That's a great segue. That's our first note.
Oh, he moved.
Breaking news: Turtle is alive. That's our
He's
first
pissed.
note
No, he's
in
looking
the
at me
news
like, fuck
column. Next bit of news: Keenan Allen hamstring injury, missed practice Tuesday. He played like 3 snaps in the second half. Really unfortunate for fantasy managers who made it into the playoffs with him. Raheem Mostert, his season's likely over with a high ankle sprain, placed on IR. I mean, it is over. They're not making the playoffs. It was also the previously injured ankle. So I think that's something to think about next year when we see high ankle injuries. I mean, Jimmy G, we've seen it. Christian McCaffrey, we've seen it. Raheem Mostert, we've seen it. Just like that prolonged injury that is just nagging, really.
Michael Thomas too.
Michael Thomas, yep. There's a lot of big name players. More 49ers news. Jimmy G is designated to return from IR. He is practicing or is like able to practice. I haven't seen anything with Kittle, but he has a projection in ESPN fantasy leagues. So probably the same situation there. Cam Akers, high ankle sprain. Again, unfortunate. Had a massive week 2 weeks ago and then got injured in the last game and then came back in. I don't know if it was a high ankle injury that he returned from, but they lost to the Jets. The Rams lost to the Jets. Kind of, they played like hot garbage that game. I don't know if you guys watched any of that.
I didn't get to watch any of it.
Goff was trash. Goff couldn't
Really?
do anything. That's just Goff, though. I feel like some games he does something, and other games he just disappears. Really unfortunate injury news. Clyde, really nasty injury. I think so far it's a high ankle sprain, a hip strain, and he's out for the regular season. But I mean, with a high ankle sprain, this is maybe like returning your Super Bowl. Like this isn't gonna be a soon recovery for playoffs. This is gonna be more later on. Stephon Gilmore out for the year with torn quad. Darn it. Nick Mullins out for the season with a sprained elbow. It's CJ Beathard time. Maybe. 49ers also signed Josh Rosen. Absolute animal. Former first-round pick. We love to see that. Derek Carr. We saw him pull up from scramble and Marcus Mariota, and he came out and just balled. But Derek Carr was limited in practice Tuesday and split snaps with Marcus Mariota. So apparently not as serious of an injury, but I don't know. I feel like Marcus Mariota has to play. He played incredible. Second to last bit of news. McCaffrey's status for Sunday is going to be evaluated on Wednesday and moving forward. Wednesday is going to be limited in practice. And hopefully he gets back out there. Would love to see McCaffrey back out on the field. And last bit of news, the Steelers fucking stink, dude.
Oh my, terrible, awful.
Nah.
Where are
Listen.
they compared to the Chiefs? I mean, they're 11.
The last two games, Washington and Bills, that's on Randy. This week, that's on Ben. He played awful.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, it's hard to
And
beat
refs.
the Bengals when they have all their stars out there.
Bengals.
Okay. Refs.
Ryan Finley, GOAT.
Yeah, man. Yep. You know, the stars out there, Burrow, Mixon, Boyd, dude, you can't stop that tree.
Carlos Dunlap,
None of them were playing.
That's the joke.
dude, like, so
The Bengals are going to be good.
Oh, they
Yeah.
beat the Steelers. They're going to be good now.
maybe in 3 years.
What do you mean, dude? They
They're
literally
not
have so
been
many
good for a
weapons.
while.
What? No, they have
Got
not
the
been
Eagles
good at all
before
for a
good.
while. They haven't made the playoffs since like 2013.
I
They're
think
not going to be good for another year or two.
Fucking. I'm back.
what happens when the Steelers lose out and lose first round of the playoffs?
I mean,
Christ, Christ.
Ben retires.
Ben retires. Do you want Ben to retire?
If he's going to play like he's playing, his arm looks shot.
You all did
I don't know why.
enough porn last night.
He's just missing throws now. Like at the beginning of the season, he was hitting,
Mhm.
and now he's just not.
Yeah, you guys didn't let him watch porn on the plane.
I think they
Everybody.
are gonna. I think Ben's gonna retire maybe, and I think they're gonna let Connor go.
They need to let Connor go. And then their dancing TikTok star is questionable on the whole. Should they get rid of him or not?
You know, that's the thing
Also,
with Juju.
hold on. Also, what did you think about that? Like, I mean, that ball shouldn't have been thrown to Juju anyway.
I didn't really see it. All I
Claypool
saw
was open
was
for a touchdown, and he
all I
threw.
saw was
yard.
the Bengals tweet.
Yeah.
Absolute savagery. Like, here's the thing with Juju. Like, he could do all of that like 2 years ago and last season because I mean it didn't matter. Like, he was showing up on the field. This year, I mean, his numbers are down. Everything's down. So of course everyone's gonna bury him for doing whatever he's doing. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you gotta be self-aware. I think like he's got to tone it down. Let him do whatever he wants. I don't care. It does not affect me in any way. But I feel like you gotta be a little bit self-aware and tone it down just a little bit when it comes to Juju.
And like that, I still don't think that ball should ever have been thrown to Juju. There was a different angle that they showed, and Claypool was wide open for a touchdown, and it was 3rd and 7, and he threw it to the scrimmage, like the line of scrimmage, and so of course Juju's gonna get popped.
So
like Roethlisberger threw him into the fumble, pretty much.
Yeah. So like you've been saying that Randy Fichtner needs to be fired.
Yes.
And you've been saying that Ben calls his plays like that. Ben always calls his plays. So then
Ben calls his plays on last drives, like hurry up.
I mean, should Ben be fired? Like, there's something. I don't know.
The O line needs some work now because they can't run, and
Benny Snell had averaged 5.4 a carry.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, also, did you see the 4th down play?
No.
Where he jumped over the line and then just ran all the way around, and they called the play dead.
Nice.
What are you doing?
So, I saw a stat. I won't be able to find it, but it was like Benny Snell averaged 5.4 yards a carry, and Ben averaged like 5.1 yards an attempt or something. I don't know. Something's wrong in Pittsburgh. That's all I gotta say. We'll stop burying them.
They're looking worse than the Jags.
They beat the Jags.
Yeah, because it was lucky play.
Hey man, any given Sunday.
Like 30.
Any given Sunday. So yeah, that wraps up our news and notes, capped off with Steelers just laying an egg along with the Rams.
Tanking for Tua.
Tanking for Tua.
Hey yo, no cap. They signed Sam Darnold next year, or trade for him.
Dude, this offseason is gonna be sick with this quarterback carousel, and I like a lot of them. And the Pats need a quarterback, so I'm interested. But we will move on to our starts of the week recap, where we broke it down position by position, giving you guys absolute studs to start, more deeper plays. For my quarterback and also Bruce's, we had Dwayne Haskins, absolute stud. Not necessarily this week, 14.6, not a hit at all. I was expecting him to take a lot more deep shots with Terry, but it was a lot more short dink and dunk with J.D. McKissick and Logan Thomas, who had a game. He's
been having games.
Yeah. Zach's was an absolute hit. I think Jalen Hurts was QB1 on the week. He said 20 plus, and he got 37.8. I mean, absolute hit from Zach there. I think Bruce said he wanted to pick Jalen Hurts, but
I went to go put Jalen Hurts, and then I saw that Zach did, so I said, "Oh, Dwayne Haskins," and then I saw you did, and I was like, "I don't want to change it again," so I just left it.
Yeah. Boyer, you had Mr. Jameis Winston.
Dude, COVID's a bitch, bro.
Hey, yeah.
Lit up the Chiefs, man. If he didn't have COVID.
Yeah, he got put on the COVID reserve list. Brandon's was Jared Goff, 25 points, 15.26.
Yeah.
Jared Goff and the Rams did not show up.
Yeah, no, they were. Woo! You know what? Maybe I underestimated the Jets, man.
Yeah.
I said everyone bank on against the Jets, throw them on, and that's the game the Jets win. So that's cool.
The Jets were looking good though.
I mean, they were running the ball all right. I mean,
Frank Gore out there running like he's 20.
yep. Their defense actually showed up a little bit. Nathan Shepard, shout out Fort Hays State. He had a few sacks, a lot of quarterback pressures, tackles behind the line. He was looking like a beast. But we'll move on to running backs. I had Cam Akers. He came out of the game with an injury, 7.2 fantasy points. He played a little bit later, but just was not looking like the same guy who carried the ball 29 times against the Pats. Brandon had Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I don't.
Did he even play?
He did.
He's in his score. He scored. What was
Yeah,
it?
5.8.
I don't know, man. I feel like they just don't use him the way he needs to be used. He's a star on a team that just does not use him like a star.
Mm-hmm.
What if Kareem Hunt goes to Steelers drop Connor, get Kareem Hunt?
Yeah, I mean,
They don't have the money, but
it
I'd
would not be
cool with it.
possible. 2-year, like $13 million a year deal and in division. It would never happen, but could be nice. Would enjoy to see that sort of. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep before the game ended last night, and I woke up, looked at ESPN first thing, and saw the Steelers loss, and I kind of started laughing. I was just kind of celebrating that one. Bruce, you had J.D. McKissick, absolute animal this week.
That was a hit. I said a ton of receiving opportunities, and what do you have? Like 9 catches?
9 for 56 and 1 through the air.
Yeah.
25.7 fantasy points. Absolute stud week that week. This last week. Zach had DeAndre Swift. He said 15 fantasy points. He got 22.2. Great week for DeAndre Swift. Another 2 touchdowns, I do believe, went to him. Boyer, you had Devin Singletary. This was a great call, and I did not think this would happen at all. But
22.4 points, baby.
Okay, it was all because of one play at the event.
Hey, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's all about the points.
You're right. It don't matter.
Get them.
hey, man, Matt Barkley. It's all about him. They talked about it after the breakaway run by Singletary. They came back in the broadcast and they said the previous play that Matt Barkley came in for, it was another like handoff for 40 yards or something. So I mean, I think they need to bench Josh Allen and put Matt Barkley in there and just hand the ball off. I mean, seems to be working. Those were the running backs. Wide receivers, I had Brandon Ayuk, 22.3. I was trying to talk Zach into playing Brandon Ayuk over Terry McLaurin, but
He would have. Our game would have came down to 1 point had he done that.
yep. Damn, dude, I really wish you would have. But he had Terry, so we'll talk about that later. So you got to go with your own gut. Brandon, Keelan Cole.
Yeah, it just did not look good like all season. I'm praying that one day that the Jags are going to look good and they're going to have good fantasy value coming out of some of their offensive players, but
They didn't.
they just look terrible every week.
So bad. It's
Yeah.
so sad. Because I want the Jags to get another win this year. And I really wanted it to be to the Ravens. Just because I hate Lamar. But
It's okay. They get the top quarterback in the draft because of it.
Yeah, possibly. I really hope so, dude. I really hope so.
that doesn't make sense. Like, what's going through the Jets' heads when they do that? Like,
Well,
they have first pick secure. I get that they're like, it's like
You
pride.
don't purposely
At the same
lose.
time, though, you got to
Yeah.
look at the future.
it's all front offices tank. Like general managers, they tank. Players and coaches, they don't tank. They do whatever they can to win. But I mean,
Okay.
especially against the Rams. The Rams are a good squad. They came out and dog walked the Pats last week or the week before. But so I was watching the red zone and it cut to the Jags game. I saw Gardner Minshew throw up a pass into the corner of the end zone, and I was like, Keelan Cole, but it was Chris Conley. I was like, damn it. I was really hoping for that to hit for Brandon. Would have been
I
sick.
really needed it.
Yep. Bruce kind of took an easy out here with his wide receiver.
No, I did not, dude. That is not how that works.
Yes, it
In
is.
order for me, I chose 3 players and they all hit.
Oh, you chose a whole wide
3
receiver.
players and they all hit.
Soft. Because guess
Three
what? You know
points
what would have happened if only one of them hit? It would have been like, oh, man, see, look, he went off. I told you. Then wide receiver.
No, that's what happened. I said three. I said the Steelers wide receivers, and then one of them didn't go off, and I was like,
Technically, though, like compared to everybody else this week, receiver-wise, did Godwin really go off? He had 13.6 points. He wasn't top
that's
10.
good for him. We've done
Was
bad
he
this year.
top 15?
It was not top 15 with 13.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
pull it up.
So, like, did they all really do good?
Sorry, I'm not gonna pick Calvin Ridley, dude. That's an
I
easy
picked
out with
Calvin
Julio
Ridley
being out.
and
What do you
Russell
mean?
Gage. And
Oh,
Russell.
yeah. Russell Gage, though.
I
Oh,
picked
so you
your
chose
points
two.
too, Bryce.
So you chose. Okay, right.
I picked
Forgot
their
you can't
points.
choose two.
I picked their
Makes
points
sense.
too. I didn't just say, hey, the receiver core is going to be good. I go, Calvin Ridley will have 30-plus points, and Gage will have a good game. Oh, I was right on both.
Oh, so I can't say that. Oh, well, I was right on all. What do you mean, dude? Chris Godwin has had a terrible year.
Wide receiver 27 on the week for Godwin, by the way. Bruce
Yeah.
had Evans,
Really went off,
Godwin,
Bruce.
and AB. AB finally hit on a
And
deep shot.
how did Evans and AB do?
AB's was a good call out.
Yeah. Evans was 17, finished the week. Wait, what? 17? 19. Wide receiver 19.
And what was AB?
22 put him at 9.
Pretty good if you ask me. If you say 3.
Yeah, I took the shot. Kind of followed Bruce's advice in one league. Played AB. It was like the game that I played AB in, and he finally hit on a deep shot. Tom and him have been really close on connecting on a few of those, and it worked out for me, and I won my game, and I'm in my final in that league.
Did you hear the crazy stat, though, that Larry Fitzgerald got a pass, Des Bryant caught a touchdown, they all three caught a touchdown, plus AB.
Mm-hmm.
And
I guess-
Frank Gore scored a touchdown.
And Frank Gore scored a touchdown. I mean, it's nuts.
You
The
know,
oldest
NFL's,
coming out this week.
NFL's a goddamn retirement league at this point.
Yeah. It was Senior Sunday.
Yeah, Zach had Scared Terry, 14.7. That's why he played him over Brandon Ayuk, but hey, he can do what he wants.
Wrestling.
Boyer, like we said before, he had Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage.
And they both like what did Gage end up? Top 15?
17.8 would put him
Top
at
20.
16.
16. And then Calvin was what? Number 2, number 3?
He was number 1.
Number 1. Oh, look at my picks.
Pretty nice, pretty nice.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Pretty nice. Moving on to tight ends now. I went with Irv Smith Jr., and this one pissed me off real bad. You want to know why?
I do want to know why. Yes.
Please let me know.
The reason why was because, one, Mr. Big Irv, he dropped a corner end zone pass wide open, hit him in the hands, and he dropped it. So that would have helped me out for my starts of the week. And also, to double it, Mr. Tyler Conklin, the replacement tight end 2 for the Vikings, caught 3 passes for 57 and 1 touchdown. I mean, the thought process was there, but the production was not. So that was frustrating. I saw the end zone cut away to Big Irv dropping a touchdown. I was just pissed. Just pissed. Brandon.
I had a hit.
Tyler Higbee.
I got a hit with Tyler Higbee, y'all. 16.7, 4 receptions, 67 yards, 1 touchdown. That's the prime tight end stat line, it seems to be this year.
Yep.
Couple catches, 50 yards, and touchdown.
Yep. I put him in my DFS lineup and won me some money this week. So
I'm
shout
still
out
mad
you.
at myself.
Let's go.
Mr.
I could
Bruce,
have won money.
Hayden Hurst. 12
What do you have, 12?
fantasy points.
Hey,
Yep.
that's good for a tight end.
That'll work. Put him at 12. Put him at tight end 10. I mean, that's it. 4 for 80 and 1. I mean, that's all you need for a tight end. Zach had Cole Kmet. I really like this pick, but he got 3.2 fantasy points. I didn't really see much from this game, except
Who is
for
that?
tight end for the Bears. He's a rookie.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that game.
Yeah, the Bears came back. There's 3 straight games of 30-plus points that the Bears have put up. Mitch's redemption is coming true. Boyer called Tyler Eifert for a solid 12, and he got 8.1.
I mean, not horrible. I mean, I did think TJ Oxen was going to give me 15 this week, and he gave me 1.8. So,
Yeah.
you know.
So yeah, those were our starts of the week. A few hits, a few misses. That's kind of what happens when you dig a little deeper. We'll be back later in this week to give you some more starts of the week to win your final fantasy matchup and win the title. The next order of business is to recap our buy or sell. This one was pretty fun. So the results of the week was Zach and Brandon at 3-1, myself and Bruce at 2-2, and Boyer at 1-3. So mine was Travis Kelce. This was a good one. This was a really good line. Buy or sell that he gets 22.2 fantasy points. I put the line at 20 originally, and I kept bumping it up because we were all buying it. But at 22.2, myself, Brandon, and Zach bought it, and we're correct. He finished with 22.8. Very close.
That's what I said. He's going to drop 22 point something. Let's go.
I sold too.
Yep. Very close sell. This is a really good line. I like the Allen Robinson buy sell was top 8. Brandon said top 6 originally, but we were all selling. Finished with 12.3 fantasy points. I put him around like 30, wide receiver 30. So
yeah, no,
I said he wouldn't even be top 15. Or I said okay. I thought what Brandon was saying was top 15, like top 10 in the league. Like he's a top 10 wide receiver.
like skill.
Yeah, because
I was just saying this week.
What I took it was he's top 10 in the league and he's better than Calvin Johnson. And I was like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Not really. So I think he's top 15.
No, I really thought he was going to go off this week. And like I was telling Bryce before you lagged out was that, I mean, the pain of David Montgomery breaking out.
Absolute animal this past 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I had the question, like, does that kind of hurt Allen Robinson's fantasy value now that they see him breaking out as another key aspect of the offense?
Yeah. I mean, so far, yeah.
I don't understand how these, like, coaches don't see this. Like, I feel like we've seen this, like, at least I figure Colin has too. I could have seen David Montgomery having a great season. Why do they take so long to give him his touches?
Yeah, I mean, the Tariq Cohen ACL injury also helped a lot. He's gotten a lot more receiving work, and the line has been so bad. It's just really him breaking out now is just the great matchups, really, more than anything. I think that David Montgomery is a good player, but the argument that we've been having a few weeks now is David Montgomery top 10 running back and skill-wise. I still don't see it. I think a lot of his great performances have come against just great matchups. But I was also surprised that he still had a good game when they went down like 20-3. The Bears were down early, and they came back and were up by a little bit, which really helped David Montgomery's running back touches. So myself, Bruce, and Boyer all sold, and we all said that we felt like he would be top 10 except for Bruce, but miss out on top 8. The next buy sell was Kyler Murray reaching 30 points for the first time since week 10. He finished with 33.14. This was a really good line from Zach. Played against that Philly defense, and Brandon and Zach were the only ones who bought this one. I really did not see this one happening at all.
Me either.
Which one?
Kyler Murray for 30 fantasy points.
Oh, no, not at all.
The Jalen Hurts playing the way he has been really helped as well, keeping it close and making it a shootout. Boyer's was TJ Hawkinson for 15. Finished with 1.8.
I mean, that's his first bad game. So, I mean,
yeah,
you can't complain. I mean, it's sad, but you just can't complain.
Yeah.
I mean, he was averaging like 13 points throughout the season, and then he gets. I mean, everybody has a bad game, so
This is
Yep.
terrible time for it too.
yeah, dude. That's why I started Mark Andrews.
Yeah, right?
Brandon, Bruce, and Zach all sold that one and were successful. Next point, next segment we will talk about is our game pick recap from the last week. I had an absolute banger this week. 9-1. Dude.
Incredible.
The only one I
Was
missed
I
was the
like-
Steelers, dude. I should have known. That's on me. But the rest of the results were Luke 3-0, so he should be first. Luke 3-0, myself 9-1, Zach 8-2, Boyer 7-2, Bruce and Brandon 5-5.
Yeah, it's a tough week for us, Bryce.
Yeah. Brennan and I take chances. No cat.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. After the first pass of the Steelers game, I knew the Steelers were going to lose. I really looked at Zach and I was like, "What are the odds the Bengals win here?" And I was like, "I'm feeling pretty good about it."
I mean, what the Steelers needed after losing 2 straight was not a primetime game Monday night. I feel like they just needed a 12 o'clock game, just get right game. But so we talked about the Thursday night game already. Buffalo, Denver, we all picked Buffalo. Carolina, Green Bay. Brandon was the only one who picked Carolina.
That is throwing out, but I mean, it was a closer game than I honestly thought.
I mean,
Aaron Rodgers.
Carolina got trounced in the first half, and then Green Bay just shut it off, and then Carolina came back.
Yeah.
See, like Robbie Anderson, dude was projected like 15 points, scored 4. He didn't get a single touch until like the third quarter.
Yeah.
He got a rushing touch, like at the very beginning of the game, and then didn't
Right.
throw him the ball. Look at him. Curtis Samuel couldn't catch the ball to save his life first half.
Yeah, they were loving Curtis.
And he just was not loving the ball. Are you two in a game together?
No. I'm
Yeah, so the next game was New England, Miami. I knew the Pats were losing this game. Always struggle in Miami. And also, shout out to Tua for being the first rookie quarterback to beat Bill Belichick since 2011. We all picked Miami, and Zach also said Tua's TB12. I mean, he managed that game pretty well. System QB.
What was it on the week?
Tua on the week, I have zero idea.
Okay. Oh, you were saying, I thought you were trying to say he was quarterback 12 on the week.
No.
I see it now. I heard QB 12, not TB 12.
I literally can't even find him. But yeah, so the next game was Detroit, Tennessee. I mean, everyone knew Tennessee was winning this game except for Zach. He also said, Zach said that DeAndre Swift would have the game of his career. He tied his best rushing touchdowns in a game. So, I mean, argument could be made. Boyer said Derrick Henry for 200. He got 147. Chicago, Minnesota. Chicago was picked by myself, Brandon, and Zach. Dalvin got 26.9, and Zach said that he'd get 15 to 20. Jacksonville, Baltimore.
Ooh,
This was a close one.
ooh. I mean, hey, and then they just threw the Ravens a bone. They needed some confidence boost. No.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad the Ravens won at the end of the day just because, I mean, are the Steelers clinched for playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon and Bruce both picked Jacksonville. Kansas
Good
City,
pick.
New
Good
Orleans.
pick.
Kansas City, New Orleans. Bruce picked New Orleans. I said KC, no question.
Can't count out. See.
I wouldn't say it was a no question, but it was a semi-tight game. But I feel like the Saints were never really in it, despite
First quarter, I had no idea how the game was going to go because it was just 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, and then the Chiefs decided to show up and they started completing passes, and that's when. The one thing that did surprise me before Bryce starts talking is that Drew Brees took 2 hits and did not go out of the game. He stayed in the game all game, which I was very surprised about.
I saw Chris Jones got pressure to Drew Brees on one play, and he just shoved him after he threw it. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, no.
They were to try to take him out of the game, and I mean, it was a smart idea.
Had Michael Thomas been playing, I think the game's closer or the Saints win. Because they just could not throw the ball.
Slam boy?
There were 3 or 4 passes to wide receivers in that game complete.
Yeah, like they need a Michael Thomas out there for them to compete against a top tier team like KC.
I think they need Jameis Winston out there to compete with.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He would have won that game, sadly, if he didn't
They
have.
need Taysom Hill out there slinging it.
Exactly. He fucking can too. Next game, Cleveland Browns against the Giants. I
Baker
really
is looking good.
I mean, he's managing. I don't think Baker's good.
He's looking good.
Brandon picked the Giants, and he said Sterling Shepard would have a solid game with the most yards on his team. He had 51, and Slayton had 74.
Big swing and miss.
Yes.
Hey, it's not big. It's 20, 23 yards. It's close. And the game to end all games, an absolute barn burner between those goddamn Steelers and those Tigers of Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
We
Hey,
all picked
Brandon was
Pittsburgh.
kind of right, though. Close game, 10 points. Then they win by
It was 10,
13.
27 to 17.
There's 13. They made a field goal.
Oh, 27, 17.
They made a field goal to make it 10.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's-
Just pick her
I
up.
said Steelers by 40, so
I said Steelers by 30, so you were more wrong than I was.
yeah, by 40. They
Dude,
beat them
you
by 40
underestimated
last
Ryan
time.
Finley.
They beat by 40 this time.
You underestimated
They
Ryan
started out
Finley.
playing mad.
When they're down, 17-0 at that one point, you said, hey, I'll be honest. I don't think the Steelers can score 17 points this game.
Yeah, he did. He did say
And
that.
Bruce was wrong again.
17.
Hey, you got to take the victories as it comes, dude.
Ugh.
They beat them by 26 last time, not 30. 26.
So
I was just going for a 40.
I respect it. That recaps our game picks. That leaves the standings with Brandon leading the way at 20 and 13.
It doesn't surprise you.
Myself with 19 and 14. Zach at 19 and 14. Bruce at 13 and 11. Boyer at 17 and 16. Luke at 3 and 0. Yeah, those were our game picks for this past week. And the final segment, breaking it down in our own league. This was semifinal week to see who goes on to play in the championship. The 4 teams left to play were Zach, Boyer, Brandon, Bruce. Zach played Boyer, Brandon played Bruce. Boys, break it down.
Wait, what?
Hey, you ready?
Boyer and
I'll
Bruce
just
played
you guys
that.
break yours down.
All right, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mark Andrews just couldn't get it done. No, I didn't think I was gonna win. Chris McCaffrey had to play for me to win. That's really where I was at. Because Mike Davis scored 8 points. Josh Jacobs showed up, 20 points. I was impressed about that.
Yeah, that was
Um,
good. We were talking about how that's going to be a big part of our game. Was that Vegas game?
Definitely. was.
Jacobs did great. Darren Waller did amazing. They both were good. They were
Yeah.
both-
I had a chance. Milkman dropped 30. There, my chances went out the window.
Yeah, and I think your chance went out the window when Josh Allen came around the corner and dropped 37.6.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
Brandon
That
had
one
a decent little league going into Sunday.
Yeah. I already had 3 players in, which one being my kicker, and I had like 75 points or something.
Yeah, it just wasn't good. I only lost by 10, so.
Yeah.
After I put in.
That's cap. You didn't lose by 10.
Yeah, what even was the final cap? Was it
Messed the lineup a little
No
bit.
idea. Zach and I put we switched out my tight ends from 1.8 to 17.5. And then we put Jamison Crowder in instead of Robbie Anderson. So that added me like 7 more. So that was a decent. He beat me by 20.
32 point gap at the end of the day. Brandon moves on to the finals. he faces Bruce for a rematch from last season. But Bruce played Zach this week.
Zach beat himself in more ways than one. If he
Pause.
starts the right people, he wins. If he doesn't trade me Stephon Diggs, he wins. So,
Oof.
I mean, I know he was just being nice and kind of, I think, giving me a player because I was 0-4. And then
That bit him in the ass.
it bit him later in the season. Which,
Nice guys always
I'm
fit.
cool with
I should have known that.
But
Nice.
hey, I don't feel bad because Cullen gifted him Dalvin and he gifted me Stephon.
Hey,
Like,
it's a
fair.
world of giving out there.
Yep. And so, I mean, Eric Ebron didn't help him dropping the old goose egg after
Yeah.
somehow getting hurt. Don't know what happened. He just said, "I'm hurt now."
How does Zach not start Hunter Henry? Are you guys as confused?
He beats me if he does. He beats me if he does.
Are you guys as confused as I am?
Yeah, I don't know
Wait,
how
which
he doesn't.
Hunter Henry
Henry.
against Las Vegas, awful defense to start off with. We're missing 4 starters.
And the
Including-
Steelers, who were just lagging, bro.
Mike Williams, who was questionable leading into the game, and Keenan Allen leading into the game. They both played. They both didn't do anything. Like, it was all Hunter Henry. Man.
Hey, yo, you
Listen
want
to
to know
him.
what I say? If he wasn't with his girlfriend and would have been paying more attention to the game, he would have made the moves. Women, man, can't trust him. Mess everything up. I rest my case.
Yo, is this guy spitting
I
fast?
like Deontay Johnson. He didn't drop any passes this week,
He actually didn't.
and he had 13 targets.
13, incredible.
Can we get a round of applause for Deontay?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yep.
Not a lot of good things going around Pittsburgh right now, but Deontay didn't drop the ball, apparently. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Good for him.
Can't wait till he drops the ball against me.
Yeah, dude, Brandon has a lot of confidence, by the way.
I mean, come on, man. I mean.
So is that all you wanted to talk about with your matchup?
Hey, somebody's Galaxy Note 8 wants to connect to my TV. Should I let them?
Yeah.
All right.
I almost got screwed by the old double. I got doubled up on with the Kyler DeAndre Hopkins touchdown.
Yeah.
I was winning by about 20 to 30, and then I was losing after one play, and I was like, huh? I'm just
Yeah.
lucky it wasn't like a 30, 40, or
They didn't
40,
connect.
50 moment.
Yeah,
Connected.
That would have hurt.
definitely. Is that all you got to say?
Yeah.
I think so, other than just Zach needed he beat himself. Zach
Yeah.
beat himself.
Yeah, it sucks to see. That's always the worst part is when you're like in between starting a player or not, and you just make the wrong decision and then you lose because of it. It's the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Facts.
that's our show, baby. Tuesday. It's Tuesday in it. December
Tuesday, innit?
22nd. Merry Christmas, y'all. Thank you very much for watching.
Have a
Another
wonderful New
episode
Year's Eve.
by
Good night,
Fantasy
everybody.
Football.
Come
Show-
see me at Dylan's click list.
Hey, yo,
You guys
Colin,
are
is our next one going to be Wednesday?
Um,
Tomorrow?
we,
Or-
we can do whatever we're free. Like, Wednesday.
Well, we say if we're, is there a game Friday? Let's just do the game Friday now, like what we think's going to happen.
That's Chris. Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, there
that's-
are Christmas games. Yes.
There is a game. It's Minnesota
It-
versus Saints. It's Minnesota versus Saints. I don't know where it's at. I think it's at Saints.
So yeah, we'll pick the Christmas Day games.
I'll have I'm going to Minnesota, but I'll have my laptop on me and everything, so we can do a podcast
Yeah. So
Friday or
Friday, Christmas
Thursday.
Day game, Minnesota Vikings versus the Saints. It's in New Orleans. Saints are 7-point favorites. 3:30 game. Who do you boys got?
I got the Saints. I feel like the Saints are going to bounce back. But the Saints, I actually don't know. Give me a second.
I say Saints. I think I'm looking ahead at the playoffs now. Saints, Packers are the ones that are going to go to the Super Bowl. Whoever wins the NFC North or NFC North. The NFC Championship is going to go on to play the winner of the Chiefs and the Titans game if the Steelers keep playing like they are. If not, it's going to be Steelers and Chiefs, either one.
I think Minnesota's going to pull something off.
But Saints and Green Bay are my Super Bowl picks for the NFC, so I'm going to stay with Saints winning this.
I think Justin Jefferson's going to have a hell of a game. Christmas Day.
I don't think so.
I-
Not against Marshawn Lattimore.
Is he going to be
Marshall
guarding
will be on Adam Thielen.
Adam
Oh,
Thielen?
yeah, you're right.
And I think he is a great person to have as your wide receiver too. He's amazing.
We ain't seen it in a while, but you already know what it is. It's the Alvin Show. He's popping off this week. New Orleans offense gets them moving and gets them rolling. They take a dub
Oh yeah,
at home against Minnesota. That's it, baby.
I think Justin Jefferson comes in there and shows them what's up.
So, Boyer, you have Minnesota?
Yep. So I know no one else is gonna pick Minnesota. So
I don't know. This one's tough. I think Saints just lost to, or
very good
not
game.
Saints. I meant the Vikings just lost to a divisional rival against Chicago at home. I'm gonna go with New Orleans. I think New Orleans wins this game. I guess this is gonna be a good little game as well. Should be a good little Christmas Day game. So yeah, that'll conclude the All Fantasy Football Show. Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020. Thank you very much for watching, and Merry Christmas.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Merry
Dude,
Christmas.
man.
Yeah.